56.
A van parks in front of the Walmart on 6 Mile Cypress in Fort Myers during pre-dawn hours on February 25, 2011. A group of 6 people depart the van and head for the store. The suspects begin entering the store at approximately 5:55 a.m. First, a man and a woman. Later, the rest of the crew follows them in.
We have a group of 6 people that have thought this crime out very well before they've actually committed it. We have 5 males and 1 female. And in the video, you can clearly see one male entering the store and unsecuring a locked area where some iPads are being stored. And later on, the other 5 members of his little troop come in a couple of minutes apart from each other.
With the woman pushing a shopping cart, the 6 suspects make their way to the electronics counter. At this hour, they know the counter is likely to be abandoned, as 4 of the men keep their eyes open for store employees and the woman stays with the cart. The 5th male suspect breaks into the display case holding the iPads. Once he's got the door open, the man quickly transfers the valuable iPads from the case to the cart. The group moves away from the case. Then, one of the gang spots an employee coming. They pretend to be shopping but keep their eyes on the employee. The employee walks straight to the electronics displays, but she fails to notice the theft and leaves the department. Alone once more, the men gather around the shopping cart and conceal the iPads under their clothing. The suspects then separate to leave the store. This way, their exit is less conspicuous. Here are a couple of guys going through the exit. Now, here come the rest. They walk back to the van, start to drive away, but stop to pick up a couple of the crew, then drive off to pick up the rest.
They took a total of 13 iPads valued at over $8,000 from that store. There were 2 other similar crimes that had happened about an hour prior to this at 2 Walmarts down in the Naples area, and lo and behold, what did they take? They took iPads at that time too.
When shoplifters strike, stores increase their prices to cover the loss, and we all pay. These crooks didn't just steal from Walmart, they stole from you. Want to get your money back? Turn these jokers in. Your tip could earn you $1,000.
You are a victim of crime. When criminals strike, we all pay. It's time to strike back. This is Crooks on TV. Raw surveillance images of crimes committed in Lee County. See the crimes, catch the crooks, earn the reward. Watch Crooks, starting now. This is Crooks.
Crooks is brought to you by Hustlers in Cape Coral on Santa Barbara Boulevard, just north of Veterans. Open 7 days a week.
Basically, we have a set of accomplices in here. We have a Hispanic male and a white female.
Around 3:30 p.m., a man and a woman push a cart through the Pine Island Road Walmart store in North Fort Myers. They separate at the electronics department. The man selects a computer and places it in the cart.
They have already decided that they're going to steal this computer. The female acts as a lookout while the male takes the computer.
The couple goes to the clothing department where the man rips off the security device, rendering the computer undetectable should it leave the store illegally. The couple hurries to the nearest exit with the computer. Here, they are approaching the exit. The woman waits behind. Is she checking to see if anyone is following? The man joins a group of other people and heads out the door. His accomplice follows a moment later. Study these still images carefully. Notice the man's ball cap. Now, here's the woman. See the sandals? And in this profile shot, it appears that she's pregnant.
Now, one of the things that they were able to determine is that they left in a light-colored SUV. Don't know what the make or model of that vehicle was. It was an $898 computer, so this was a grand theft. And these people need to pay the consequences for what they did.
You're watching Crooks. Hustlers on Santa Barbara and Cape Coral. 7 days of fun, 7 days a week. Monday is Texas Hold'em Night and lingerie. Come in Tuesday for karaoke and ladies drink free. On Wednesday, the poker starts at 7. Thursdays are for beer pong and more karaoke. Fridays get moving with DJ CJ and waitresses in lingerie. Saturdays rock on the dance floor and ladies drink all night for $5. Sundays mean free pool all day and poker at 5. Hustlers, just north of Veterans on Santa Barbara and Cape Coral. Hustle into Hustlers.
We bail people out of jail, and we've been doing that for over 20 years. We treat people very fairly, and we don't judge anyone. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We take all major credit cards, and we don't necessarily have to have collateral. We're located in downtown Fort Myers, very close to the jail, and we get there very fast.
All-out bail bonds. Call anytime, day or night. You're watching Crooks. This segment sponsored by Action Automatic Door and Gate, the home of the talking door. Next, the owner of a store fights a crook to protect his property.
Is your garage door ready for hurricane season? Action Automatic Door and Gate's professional service team can diagnose and repair small problems before they become big ones. Or get a whole new garage door system starting at just $9.95. That's a Hurricane Code Clopay door and a LiftMaster automatic opener installed for just $9.95.
And as always, same-day service on all brands with Action Automatic Door and Gate.
Prepare your home now during this sale. There's only one name you need to remember. Action Automatic Door and Gate. Home of the talking door.
Lee County experienced over 6,200 traffic crashes. I'm Dominic Valentine of the law firm of Lustre, Sites, Tolosano & Smith. Some of these accidents involved uninsured motorists. Does your insurance protect you in this case? Does your plan allow enough coverage for lost wages and medical bills if you've been severely injured? If you've been injured in an accident, give us a call 7 days a week. We can answer those questions. The initial personal injury consultation is free. Lustre, Sites, Tolosano & Smith, your local attorneys in Southwest Florida for over 20 years.
Thinking about advertising? Well, you could hire this guy. Or you could run a commercial here on Crooks. How much? Good question. Rates start at just $25. Don't have a commercial? No problem. We'll make one for free. And it's yours to use anywhere, on any station. Send us an email for details. Why not help the good guys catch the bad guys and keep this guy off the street? Crooks on TV. TV advertising just got a whole lot cheaper.
We have a man that is working in his own store at night and just basically loading up the coolers, not expecting too much activity, and lo and behold, this guy comes in through the front door with a mask over half of his face.
A man, dressed in black and wearing a mask, approaches the Taco Mix store in Bonita Springs. Here's a better look.
And next thing you know, somebody comes through the front door, they have a mask covering half their face, and they've got their arm concealed behind them, and they want money.
Once in the store, the masked man demands money from the owner of the store while threatening the owner with some type of weapon hidden behind his back. The owner leads the bandit to another part of the store. The owner tells the criminal that he has no money, even showing him his empty pockets. Then the crook tips his hand. He shows the weapon. It's a stick or a pipe.
That's when he decides to go hands-on himself, and he tries to go ahead and catch this robber for us.
Once the owner sees it's not a gun or a knife, he goes on the offensive to protect his store. The owner even removes his mask and strips the weapon out of his hand. The bandit is taken down in the fight. The owner clearly has the upper hand as the scuffle continues, at times using the robber's weapon against him. Later, he's actually able to open the door with one hand and shove the crook outside.
As far as we know, he escaped on foot. There's also video surveillance of him outside, so he was scoping this place out. This wasn't something that he did randomly. He checked, he made sure that there was nothing going on, that this was something he thought it was easy pickings. He didn't know that this guy was gonna fight.
Sectors 5 and 3, head up to Mortis to Sector 6.
The suspect entered the store, was wearing a ski mask, had a hooded sweatshirt, the hood was up over his head, was wearing gloves, dark-colored pants and dark-colored shoes, armed with a black-and-color semi-automatic handgun. Walked right up to the pharmacy counter, hopped the counter in an athletic mode, pointed a gun right at the pharmacist, walked him right over to prescription drugs, OxyContin, were stored. He got away with 7 bottles of various milligrams, totaling about $5,800. Hopped the counter and walked right out of the store. Witnesses saw him get on a bicycle and leave the parking lot right on a bicycle and go eastbound on Southeast 48th Terrace right from that Walgreens.
On Monday morning, March 14th, 2011, shortly before 10 o'clock, this masked gunman enters a Walgreens at the intersection of Cape Coral Parkway and Chiquita Boulevard in Cape Coral. The bandit bypassed the cash register, making a beeline for the pharmacy in the back of the store. The customer at the counter decides it's best to back away. Other customers in the store are unaware there is a robbery in progress. Now, here comes the customer from the pharmacy counter. She alerts the store employees and hurries out the door.
It looked like a Glock-type pistol, semi-automatic, not a revolver. His hands, by the way, he was wearing gloves, similar to a baseball batting glove or a football receiver glove. Looked to be lighter, like white in color. At one point during the video, you'll see where he's hopping the counter, and you can clearly make out that it's an athletic type of maybe a basketball shoe, and we're hoping that somebody can identify that.
Witnesses recall seeing the man riding a dark-colored men's bicycle around the store's parking lot at least 2 hours prior to the crime.
There were 2 separate witness accounts that saw this guy almost casing the place or getting up the nerve to commit the crime, one at 8 a.m. and one again at 9:45 a.m. So a good amount of time this guy was in the area, riding around, kind of getting up the nerve. And we believe more than 2 people may have saw this guy. It's a busy intersection on Monday morning. It's a busy time. And we're hoping that somebody saw this guy without his mask on that bicycle and would recognize him or recognize anything in the video.
While a daylight armed robbery of a pharmacy is rare in Cape Coral, crimes involving prescription drugs are on the increase. If you have information that may help solve one, contact Crime Stoppers now. Your tip could earn you a $1,000 reward.
We bail people out of jail, and we've been doing that for over 20 years. We treat people very fairly, and we don't judge anyone. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We take all major credit cards, and we don't necessarily have to have collateral. We're located in downtown Fort Myers, very close to the jail, and we get there very fast.
All-out bail bonds. Call anytime, day or night.
Is your garage door ready for hurricane season? Action Automatic Door and Gates professional service team can diagnose and repair small problems before they become big ones. Or get a whole new garage door system starting at just $9.95. That's a hurricane code Clopay door and a LiftMaster automatic opener installed for just $9.95.
And as always, same-day service on all brands with Action Automatic Door and Gate.
Prepare your home now during this sale. There's only one name you need to remember. Action Automatic Door and Gate. Home of the talking door.
You're watching Crooks. This segment sponsored by the Nautical Mile, Lee County's Marine Connection. Next, why did these two swipe shopping carts from Target?
Why do so many people come to Southwest Florida? It could be the boating.
And if you like boating in Southwest Florida, you'll love the Nautical Mile, your free connection to Lee County's marine community. Get your free Nautical Mile every month in almost 200 locations. Thousands of local boaters use the Nautical Mile exclusively to find what they need. Plus, the latest information on fishing, boating, and local marine news. Every Sunday, we bring the Nautical Mile to life on the Avenue. Tune in Sunday mornings, 8 to 10 on AM 1410 and 1660 for Nautical Mile Radio. The Nautical Mile, your connection to Lee County's marine community.
Hustlers on Santa Barbara in Cape Coral. The nighttime is the right time at Hustlers. Your favorite sports on 9 big screen TVs. Beer, wine, and cocktails. Plus, weekly drink specials. Sensational food at super low prices. And fun. Try your luck at Texas Hold'em. Play pool for free until 8. Karaoke contests. A dance floor with room to move. And friendly waitresses to bring everything you need. Are you ready to get your hustle on? Hustlers. Just north of Veterans on Santa Barbara in Cape Coral. Hustle into Hustlers. Here, the suspects enter the Target. They split up. The man in the green shirt and ball cap asks to speak to a supervisor. He's even carrying a clipboard to look official.
There were some individuals that had come into the store, and they were kind of official looking, and they had talked about taking the shopping carts that were around back. And apparently the manager didn't want them to take those shopping carts. However, they went ahead and took them. They're not really sure exactly what the communication was between them, whether or not there was some miscommunication. But they did. You'll see the individual on the camera. He actually has a pad. He looks very official. He's wearing a green shirt. There's good video of the truck, which is a light brown or gold pickup truck, and it's actually got a trailer attached to it. They look like they're supposed to be there. And sometimes that's what I call hiding in plain view. They don't look like they're up to anything. They look like they've been hired to do something back there, and they load up all those carts.
Now, the suspect leaves the store while talking on a cell phone. The other suspect drives a truck that's pulling a trailer to the rear of the store. notice the wire racks on the trailer. Cameras record the truck from several different angles. At the back of the store, the men take their time, loading the carts onto the trailer before driving away. Who are these people? One of them is old enough to have white hair. The other is dressed in a very recognizable shirt and cap. If you think you may have seen these two, call Crime Stoppers now. You'll be given an anonymous number that could be worth $1,000 if police make an arrest based on your tip.
They ended up getting over $21,000 worth of carts. No telling what they're going to do with them, but a lot of times when you see stuff like that, they actually take them and break them apart and sell them for scrap, and they walk away with the scrap money. And sometimes the scrap dealers have no clue what these pieces of metal are that have been brought in there. They just determine what kind of metal it is, and they give them a fair market value for it. We have a man who decided to go fishing for the day. Unfortunately, he made the mistake of leaving his vehicle unlocked, and he left his wallet in the console. And it wasn't until a couple of days later that he discovered that there were multiple charges on his credit card. And what happened, the detective was able to track down those charges and was able to obtain some video from a Publix.
As the victim fishes in the bay, thieves used his credit card to purchase gift cards at Publix. Apparently, the criminals passed the credit card around. Purchases were made by two different individuals.
The credit card was actually used at about 4 different locations, but there was over $100 purchased at a Publix, and then just 13 minutes later, there was over $200 purchased at that same Publix. And there was surveillance video that was captured, and in that surveillance video, it appears as if there are two different people involved. So it's almost as if they're passing this card along until it quits working on somebody. Who knows what they're waiting for. But they were able to get quite a bit of use. It was several $100s worth of purchases that were made on it. The individuals that took this card knew that they could get some gift cards and utilize those and not have to utilize that credit card. So the people that may be able to help us with this, to find these crooks, will be somebody that sees their friends or acquaintances using a lot of gift cards. That might lead us directly to them. They might be able to match them up with the images that they see on the Publix video and the fact that they are using the gift cards. Any leads that we can get on this would be helpful.
If you have information that could lead to the arrest of one of these criminals, contact Crime Stoppers. You could earn a reward of $1,000.
Thinking about advertising? Well, you could hire this guy. Or you could run a commercial here on Crooks. How much? Good question. Rates start at just $25. Don't have a commercial? No problem. We'll make one for free. And it's yours to use anywhere, on any station. Send us an email for details. Why not help the good guys catch the bad guys and keep this guy off the street? Crooks on TV. TV advertising just got a whole lot cheaper.
Hustlers on Santa Barbara in Cape Coral. You know us for our nightlife, but you'll love us for our food. Hot off the grill. We've got tender, juicy steaks, barbecued ribs dripping with sauce, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches with homemade fries, plus salads piled high with fresh veggies and grilled chicken, and delicious appetizers to get you started. Lunch, dinner, anytime is Hustlers time. And don't forget, lunch specials are just $5.75. Hustlers, Cape Coral's spot for food and fun. Santa Barbara Boulevard, Cape Coral. Hustle into Hustlers.
midnight that night, we had 3 individuals that broke the window right off the main entrance. They gained entry.
Around midnight on April 16, 2008, 3 men smashed their way into the Lee County Tax Collector's office.
They walked inside the main lobby where we had an ATM by the men's bathroom. That ATM was bolted down to the ground. They pried it off, and they actually started dragging it right to the same window where they came in.
It doesn't take them long to disconnect the ATM and drag it through the lobby. They first tried to remove the ATM through the broken window.
As they moved the table out of the way, they realized that the sliding glass doors were opening from the inside. So after a couple times that it opened and it closed, that's when they realized, oh, look, it's opening, so we can make it out through here.
The men notice the automatic doors are opening from inside the building. They haul the stolen machine right through the front door.
So they actually took the ATM machine out through those main doors. I believe they loaded it up into, it had to be some sort of a truck or a van, and they drove off. The ATM machine was recovered about 4 days later inside a canal about a mile and a half from where the incident occurred.
If you recognize any crook in this show, call or email your anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers. You could earn a $1,000 reward if your tip leads to an arrest. Now let's recap this week's crooks. Look these pictures over carefully. An anonymous tip from you could lead to an arrest, and that arrest could put $1,000 in your pocket and put a crook in jail. To watch past episodes, visit CrooksOnTV.com. Click the Episodes button and watch for free. If you have footage of criminal activity in Lee County, we want to see it. Send us an email to producer@CrooksOnTV.com. We'll send you upload information. We'll examine the video and potentially air it on Crooks on TV to help solve your crime.
This has been Crooks on TV.
This episode of Crooks has been brought to you by Hustlers in Cape Coral on Santa Barbara Boulevard, just north of Veterans. Open 7 days a week.
When Harley Cooper hauls in a 200-year-old treasure map, summer vacation explodes into a quest for pirate gold. A mysterious hermit holds the clues.
You gotta think like a pirate, kid.
Mother Nature holds the cards. But will Harley ever hold the gold? Read The Last Pirate, a novel by Wilson Hawthorne, in stores, on Amazon, or visit thelastpirate.net.